Imagine looking outside tomorrow and seeing volcanoes erupting everywhere. Mountains that have been silent for centuries would suddenly explode. Volcanoes beneath the oceans would all awaken at once. But what would actually happen if every volcano on Earth erupted simultaneously? The first hours would be extremely terrifying. Massive columns of ash and volcanic gases would rise into the atmosphere. Lava would pour across landscapes, destroying forests, roads, buildings, and communities. But lava wouldn't be the biggest global problem. Ash would be. Volcanic ash is made of tiny fragments of shattered rock and glass. Powerful eruptions could inject it high into the atmosphere, where winds would spread it across continents. Daylight could weaken as ash and sulfur-rich gases blocked sunlight. Airports would shut down because volcanic ash can destroy aircraft engines. Roads and railways would become difficult to use. Water supplies could become contaminated. And then temperatures would begin changing. Sulfur dioxide released by volcanoes can form particles called aerosols in the atmosphere. These particles can reflect sunlight back into space, causing global temperatures to fall. If every volcano erupted at once, the cooling could become extreme. But Earth would not instantly become an ice planet. The climate response would depend on how large the eruptions were and how much material reached the upper atmosphere. Some regions could experience severe cooling, while others could face intense heat and dangerous weather changes. Rain would also become a major problem. Volcanic gases can react with water in the atmosphere, producing acidic precipitation. Rivers, lakes, forests, and crops could be damaged. Agricultural production would fall rapidly. Food would become one of humanity's biggest challenges. Crops need sunlight, clean water, and stable temperatures. If ash covered farmland and sunlight decreased for months or years, harvests could collapse. Animals would suffer too. Herbivores would lose vegetation. Predators would lose their prey. Marine ecosystems could also be affected as volcanic material entered the oceans. But there is something even more dangerous. Some volcanoes erupt underwater. If submarine volcanoes suddenly became active everywhere, heat, gases, and volcanic material would enter the oceans. Local tsunamis could occur, while ocean chemistry could change dramatically. Would humanity go extinct? Not necessarily. Humans are adaptable. Underground shelters, stored food, artificial lighting, protected agriculture, and alternative energy could help some populations survive. But civilization would face an enormous crisis. Global transportation could collapse. International trade would slow or stop. Electricity grids could become unstable. Billions of people could face food and water shortages. And the effects wouldn't disappear after the eruptions stopped. The atmosphere could remain disturbed for years. Climate patterns could take much longer to recover. Ecosystems might require decades, centuries, or even longer to rebuild. Interestingly, Earth has experienced periods of massive volcanic activity in the distant past. Some enormous volcanic events have been linked to major climate changes and mass extinctions. But every volcano erupting simultaneously would be far beyond anything humans have ever witnessed. The planet itself would survive. Earth is powerful enough to withstand geological disasters. But the world we recognize could be transformed. Imagine standing outside after the eruptions begin. Ash falls like snow. The air smells of sulfur. The ground trembles beneath your feet. And somewhere beyond the horizon, thousands of volcanoes are glowing red. Earth wouldn't be ending. It would be entering an extreme environmental crisis. So the next time you see a quiet mountain, remember that beneath Earth's surface, enormous geological forces are always moving. Volcanoes may look like sleeping giants. But if every one of them awakened at once, humanity would discover just how powerful our planet really is.